right, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So it's Monday. Monday is the only day I really look forward to now. I know I've been shitting on Monday for the last 6 months, but it's the only day I'm giving myself to break the fucking rules and leave the house inappropriately. I do my other podcast, the Oppression Chamber podcast. Listen to it if you want to. If you don't, I don't care either. But I get out there, we go to a studio, and we fucking record a potty. Because you can stop the country, but you can't stop the fucking potty. It was really nice just to get out there and see some fucking faces. To see some mouths. I didn't realize how much communication is just done with your mouth. Not talking, I mean like little fucking charming smiles. Like you walk past someone, you give them a half-raised lip. It's like my secret weapon. You just throw out a little cheeky smile, a little cheeky grin, and you can get away with anything. Now I'm covered with a fucking mask. And when I say covered with a mask, I pull it up when people walk past. If you think I'm wearing a mask walking down the street when no one's around, you're out of your fucking mind. Yeah, it's a new rule, but rules are made to be broken, aren't they? It's like if you're at a 7-Eleven and the Indian guy's out the back finishing an assignment or getting a little nap in between jobs. What do? Do you wait for him to come out so you can pay him the money for the pie? No, you don't do that. You fill your pockets and you walk out. A victimless crime. But it was great seeing the podcast lads. Seeing their bright smile, their shiny white teeth, and their dark, beady, sad, alcoholic eyes. It was beautiful looking into them. And now I've got nothing to look forward to till next Monday. Go and listen to it if you enjoy this podcast. I think you'll like the other guys too. They're fucking funny guys. Yeah, John Doerr laughs at his own jokes a little bit too much, but who fucking doesn't? Yeah, Andrew Roberts is a misogynistic racist, but who isn't? This second lockdown is rough. I've spoken to a lot of people I know, and they're all struggling. One of my mates called me up today. Construction's finished. If you're a construction worker, you're allowed to go to 1 job per day and 3 jobs per week, which is insane. Usually you go into like 3 jobs a day. You're doing bits and pieces at different jobs the whole time. And now a single worker can go to 1 job per day and 3 jobs per week. Like my mate went in and installed a stovetop today, and that took an hour. And that's one of his jobs done for the week. It's just a fucking another nail in the coffin, isn't it? And there's fucking helicopters. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's fucking helicopters overhead all the time now. Last night at about 12:30, I got woken up because there was a fucking low-flying helicopter. It didn't even really sound like a helicopter. It sounded like a fucking surveillance drone. And I can really tell the difference between those two. A chopper sounds like this. And a drone sounds like... It didn't sound exactly like a helicopter. It sounded weird. Could have been a spaceship too, I don't know. Aliens exist, and we all know that. But usually they're silent. I can't imagine they would have like a propeller on their spaceship. Anyway, to get woken up by a low-flying chopper at fucking 12:30 is not fucking exciting. And then when it's gone, you try to go back to sleep and you're like, was that even a chopper or was that a surveillance drone? And then the paranoia just starts clicking over. Are we going into a dictatorship here? Are we going to be invaded by China? Why have they got drones hovering over my house? And when I say house, I mean apartment. Try going to sleep with that ticking over in your head when you already have reoccurring nightmares about China invading and the surveillance state. I told you could be listening to a person slowly losing their mind. Stay tuned because this is only day 6 or 7. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know what day it is of 6 weeks. If there's a third wave, I'm buying a gun and I'm just going to start shooting. I don't even know what I'd do if there's a third wave. They are definitely going to extend this lockdown as well. They're going to extend it to 10 weeks. I know. Everyone will be broken by then. But anyway, it is Monday. My new favourite day of the week. And the listeners' favourite day of the week for the last 17 weeks. Because it is Hypothetical Monday. Hypothetical Monday. Tell me why. Hypothetical Monday. Tell me why. Hypothetical Monday. I'm gonna shoot. oot the whole day. Sing it, Boyle. Down. Encore. Encore. But I don't have any other songs. Yeah, we know you don't have any other songs, Geldof. When we yell encore, we just mean sing that fucking same song again. Anyway, no one sent in a hypothetical this week. You know I'm trapped inside like a fucking prisoner of war, like Nelson Mandela, and no one even attempts to fucking help. But luckily, a New York comedian posted a hypothetical on his Facebook, and I'm just lifting it and doing that one. So the comedian was Sean Patton. Very fucking funny guy. I actually saw him at the Comedy Cellar in New York, and he was fucking great. So check him out. So this is the hypothetical he posted on his Twitter and Facebook and shit. Okay, if you could go back in time in your body to the day you hit puberty, knowing fully what you know now and start fresh, however, the only thing you would forget once you went back is that today you would die. Would you do it? Alright, for starters, I can't even remember when I hit puberty. It was pretty late. I really didn't have a bush for a long time. My best mate growing up was a Filipino. And by the time he was 10, he had a full bush and his dick was bigger than mine is now. And it wasn't like he was a big guy. He was a small guy. He was like Manny Pacquiao. Maybe even a bit shorter. But I remember the first time seeing his dick and his pubes and going, what the fuck is going on? Are you a father? Do you have grandchildren? And he was just as shocked that I didn't have any. He was either shocked about the pubes or the size of the fucking dick. So when did I hit puberty? Like 15? 14? 13? I can't remember. Let's say 14. When did I start getting real horny? That's puberty, isn't it? 12. Nah, would have been earlier than that. 11. Fuck, do you start jerking off at 11? Alright, 11. Let's say 11 or 12. Nah, let's go back to 14. We'll go back to 14. That makes more sense. Because even if you are horny when you're 11, what are you doing? You're jerking off next to your mates. Okay, so going back to 14, that's the start of puberty. And knowing what I know now, what extra things do I know now that I didn't know when I was 14? Honestly, with the girls, I don't think I know that much more. In fact, I think I know less. So I don't even think I'd be able to take advantage of my knowledge, my carnal knowledge. Even if I am a lot smarter now than I was when I was 14, if I go back as smart as I am now to when I'm 14, I'm going to be a fucking nerd. I'm not going to get any puss anyway. What, you think you get fucking high school... What, you think you get high school puss by fucking philosophizing, discussing existential problems? I don't think so. I would be shunned and thrown directly into the nerd fucking category. And then I would start dominating those fucking nerds. That's what I would do. I would start dominating the fucking nerds. And I would sabotage science. Just slow it down a little bit. Just incrementally increase it. Not go from fucking the Nokia 5510 with Snake when I have no hair on my balls to the 3310 with no aerial when I have a couple of little pubes poking through to the iPhone when I'm only just full bush. Is that what he meant by that question? Because as soon as I read puberty, I took that as a sex question. Like, what would you do? Who would you bang if you could go back in time? It wasn't even a sex question, was it? Maybe he was asking it like, would you go back and save the world from COVID? But I'm thinking, would I go back and try and finger Susie Nagel? What would I do? Save the planet or do that? It's a no-brainer, isn't it? You got to go back and clear up those missed opportunities. Susie it is. But was that even the question? What was the question again? I think the question was, would you go back? Would you do it? Not what would you do there. Yeah, it's would you do it? All right, I missed the whole point of that question. Would I do it? No. There's no fucking way I would go back to puberty. That was the worst. There is no fucking part of my life I'd like to go back and relive, even knowing what I know now. Honestly, even if I went back now, knowing what I know now, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, I've got plenty of time. Shit doesn't get real bad for a few years. So just enjoy the drink. Enjoy being a fucking maniac. It's all sweet. So would I go back? No. That's the answer. And that is it for another Monday. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share with your friends. Send me in a Fucked Up Friday story for this Friday. Send it into my social media. I'm Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That would be great, thank you. And yeah, again, share it around with your friends. See you the fuck later.